As kids, we've always been asked this question, and our madcap answers have made our parents smile. But little did they know that most of what we said were actually full-fledged professions. Not ones to let pets suffer from unhealthy, tasteless food. Pet food testers evaluate the nutritional value of pet food and, yes, taste test it. Pet food testers don't spend every day sampling a cuisine fit for a pampered pooch, though. Don't worry, most pet food testers spit it out instead of swallowing it. Most days, they're writing reports and thinking up new ideas on how to put a nutritional spin on a new line of food. Taste is important, but nutrition is the key to healthy pets. Though dogs will eat anything, that doesn't mean they should. Pet owners want flavorful, immune-boosting pet foods. Smell is also important when choosing the best options. No homeowner wants a house that stinks of fish. After you've narrowed down a selection to the best vitamin-packed foods in the bunch, a pusher is a worker who pushes people onto the train at a railway station during the morning and evening rush hours. In Japan, when pushers were first brought in at Shinjuku Station, they were called passenger arrangement staff, and were largely made up of students working part-time. Currently, station staff and/or part-time workers fill these roles during morning rush hours on many lines. 1415, during the run-up to the 1964 Summer Olympics in Tokyo, a special issue of Life magazine described a photograph by Brian Brake showing the Tokyo commuter trains where riders are squashed aboard by white-gloved official pushers. In 1975, Oshiya packed commuters into rush-hour trains that were filled to an average of 221% of designed capacity. New York City conductors were well known for using the phrase "step lively" to exhort passengers to clear space by the doors of streetcars and subway cars during the early 20th century, dating back to the opening of the subway in 1904. "Step lively" was seen as an overly imperative phrase that flusters the timid and uncertain and angers those who desire to be courteously treated. The New York Times advocated the use of "press forward" instead of "step lively" in 1908. Most people would be fired if they were caught sleeping on the job, or at least given a stern warning. But what if you could sleep on the job and not get fired? Does that sound good to you? I thought so. Maybe you should get a job as a professional sleeper. Sound too good to be true? It isn't. Believe it or not, some people make a huge amount of money by simply sleeping. There is no fixed salary for professional sleeper as it is such a varied role, but we can give you a good idea of what you could expect to get paid in the careers mentioned above. If you are participating in a scientific experiment, you can be paid as much as $2,730 to $10,125 for 2 or 4 weeks' work. Bed and mattress testers can be paid as much as £1,000 a month. Medical consultants working the night shift can earn £144 an hour or £1,800 on top of their already impressive salary of roughly £90,000 per year. Exhibitionist sleepers can be paid any amount, but the only one we can verify is $10 per hour. Working for a forward-thinking company like Google will give you a huge paycheck and lots of benefits. At number 2, professional cuddler is the most unusual job. Samantha Hess, the world's first professional cuddler, can lay claim to one of the most unique titles in the world. An entrepreneur who makes her living by hugging people, she has drawn in her fair share of fans and critics. But whatever your initial reaction to this mind-bendingly original venture, be it eye-rolling sarcasm or warm acceptance, no one can decry curiosity. Every professional cuddler has to go through a training program and are given the job only after completing the certification. They charge $1 per minute and the time could be between 15 minutes to 5 hours, and you can book your slot online. Samantha Hess started her Portland, Oregon-based professional cuddling business, Cuddle Up to Me, in 2012, after realizing how debilitating the lack of touch in her own life was, and having dealt with chronic back pain her entire life. Her mission, to break down the cultural taboo on touch, teach people how to communicate and consent to touch, understand their own wants and needs for touch, and bring people together in new and unseen ways to create a more connected and loving world for everyone. There are many other professional cuddlers too who can listen to you and care about you. At number 1, the most fun-loving job is the job of the condom tester. No one knew that if it really existed. If you are above the age of 18, a male and seeking a job that combines work with pleasure, here is an unusual opening that promises a combination of both. Drex marketing manager Sam White explained that successful applicants would get a $60 selection of rubberware, and would be required to provide the company with honest feedback about the product's performance. He said, "With this job on your CV, it really will be a chance to brag to your mates about the special skills you possess, not to mention that your new role will work wonders with the opposite sex." White added, "Who wouldn't want to have a chance with an actual authorized professional?" We assume he's talking about Drex, rather than state-approved ladies of the night, who would undoubtedly be happy to welcome a display of special skills in return for a small consideration. The condom testing jobs are unpaid, although one rumpy pumper will be paid a $1,000 bonus. These are the top 5 jobs that we did not even know that they existed. You can try to get one of the jobs as they pay well. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.